controller. So this is jazzy, soulful vibes to start your day. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a mix of jazz and house. Ho's mad. Oh, we mad. I mean that level of mad. I don't have any of my funny heads nearby. Apologies, yeah, I do. That's where you were. Do you want me to make voices with the alien head? Here. I am from the Galactic Federation. I am here to tell you, humans, you're missing biology. It's your biology. Yes, yes. Neurology in your head. Actually body wide, but I have no body. Maybe you could take it from me, from the Galactic Federation. You are missing biology that your whole nation knows all about. You should probably find out, yeah. Then you can use your biology for yourself, you see. Yes, yes. It's kind of how I'm feeling at this point. Like Tori says, she once said, it'd have been easier to tell the truth about all this stuff if I'd have done the Miss Cleo route. I have a magic orb. Hang on. A crystal ball. It's labradorite after all. And here in my crystal ball, I'm going to tell you about national security changes that Congress already passed through in 2015, but nobody heard about it. Nobody watches what they do. So, Tori's going to come out and tell you, and when she tells you with actual congressional hearings, you go, she's a grifter. She's nuts. Oh, watch this. All your other grifters making buku bucks off these donations, and someday the Jasara Nasara and the Galactic Federation with the Immaculate Constellation gonna Kuiper Belt. They're coming. What's the Kuiper Belt really? The Amazon Cloud Services with Drop That Location. Logical link layer inside every human body in the nation. Gosh, Golden Dome funny, right? Oh yeah. Healthcare Medicare 4.0. Hilarious. Why are you bitches so mad? I know why you're mad. First time I knew you were real mad. Jeopardy and the Family Feud. You made music. Well, I did more than that. I took video in my class. Every time I go to teach actual biofield coherence and concurrence, here you come. to tell everybody horrible things about you. Oh, because you haven't been doing that for 3.5 years already. Come on, get caught up. Hurry up out there. She's a witch. She's a bitch. She's crazy. It's her hair. Come on. We've heard it all. I just didn't write it down because I'm going, you're using the same crap every time. But she's crazy. Okay. You know why they're not listening to you? Let me give you a hint, okay? Let me try to help you. Counterintelligence, come on, get up here. Let's see. Hang on, I gotta go grab a piece of paper. Okay. Let me try to help you. You're very busy with drama and inappropriate personal details about me. True or not, whatever, man. I mean, really, I could show evidence all day. Some people are going to feel how they feel, you know. So, instead of that, I'm always the same way with you people. I did when you sent the this one in to Booma's chat. She got blocked because I came back with this. Let me help you. Okay? So here we go. You know why they're not listening to you? Because you didn't give them this. See, you made fun of me and you said, you're stupid. You draw with crayons. I said, no, they're markers. Now you take anything I have written here and you plug it into your search bar. I don't care what you use. And you look it up. And guess what you're going to find? What's on the sign? Where are you going to find it? National Archives, Federal Register, just getting started. ITU, IEEE, IEC, NIST, NATO, the DOD, now the DOW. But it's not that way for every sign, right? Oh, no, I mean, I don't know what you mean about Dr. Persinger or electrocardiogram with cognitive threat warfare technology. That's down here. Not a clue. What's a digital twin? Oh, IITSEC, Pentagon, no idea for 50 years. What is a digital twin? Somebody better start asking IBM. Let me show you another reason why they are not paying attention to you. It's her hair. She blah, 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 blah. It's called noise. And what we do here on the channel is the following. We groove. Biosensors, baby. Made of your own DNA analyte derivative. They're made of you. That's right. Your blood, bone, and tissue, whatever it may be, in whatever phase or phage state they've got. Because they love you. The Kill Box has a targeting system you're gonna love and adore, keeping you safe in every electronic corridor. 24/7 ubiquitous remote healthcare monitoring. Courtesy of the FCC in 2015. Oh. More Circle Math, MOHRS radii for targeting systems for unmanned aerial vehicles, UAV, with high altitude platforms. And LEO satellites, low Earth orbit. Because they love you. Energy harvesting directly out of the body for the smart environments that everyone is currently living in and upgrading every day. Wireless body area networks are individualized for precision AI healthcare because we love you. About that cognitive warfare technology with an Xbox controller in 2012. For SOSA and MOSA, Sensors Open Systems Architecture and Modular Open Systems Approach. For WOSA, Weapons Open Systems Architecture. All 5 branches, you bet. We're watching you all the time, every day, in every way. Why? Because we love you. 6G Smart Healthcare with them C bands and the C-RAN and the O-RAN. Ooh, acronyms. Getting hot up in here. Radio Access Networks, because we love you. And that's your healthcare. What do you mean they can log into me with a drone? Whoa! Metric PDF for the win. It's just a little DARPA surveillance in 2012. So here's what they get when they watch you. Buy my product, be afraid, wait on Jesus, or lawfare. What's this? Well, this is when you and your husband issued this to me. You said, Sabrina, we have a biosensor challenge for you. Because I was busy propping up people like you and that other guy who won't talk about anything other than ELF. Although I hear he's doing better. Good for him. And so this is an old sign that I haven't updated yet, in which I was being supportive. So let's take a look. Distilled water and all of their claims. Dimetous earth teas, apple cider vinegar, magnesium. This is theirs up at the top. They claimed chlorine dioxide and that EDTA chelation back in this time period. Do I have a date on you? For anti-inflammation. The problem was I found out with EDTA and the other stuff, it had a lot more to do with our biosensing data sets. And I'm like, anytime you guys are throwing those products, it's a problem. This was a long time ago. Anyways, so here we are. This is why they won't listen to you. Because, well, that's a whole other issue we'll go over without mentioning you, but it has to do with the inability to get relief due to not being forthright about the actual biological telemetry. For what? Oh, for unmanned aerial vehicles. You know them as drones. Yeah. Okay. So then you have a wholly different problem. Because you guys out there, like, you wouldn't shut up about scaring people, but you wouldn't tell them it's their actual central nervous system connected to the cloud. Excuse me. Stay. So what happened was, after Israel showed off their stuff in Gaza, what stuff? Artificial intelligence with lethal autonomous weapon systems, Lavender AI Gospel in Gaza. Then people started asking, how is it that you can be in a house full of people, but they only hit you? And I said, oh, that's easy. Interoperability with the W-band. Oh. Can I look that up? Yep. Go for it. It's called body-to-body communication. Yeah. With your Department of Transportation in the vehicle to everything. Because we love you. What's that with the market share? Oh my God. And it has an IEC, International Electrotechnical Commission, SEG. Oh my gosh. What are you doing under human skin for 15 years with conferences and universities? Oh my gosh. Incredible, you know? I mean, it couldn't really be the same thing we've all been dealing with. It's the Internet of Things that includes humans, because it's the Internet of Everything since 2013 with Cisco DNA, Digital Network Architecture. Woo! Cisco America, here we go. We're going to find out all about the COVID W-band. Just type it in. What's that? Well, that's a COVID wireless body area network that is specifically delineated by tracking the virus through human bodies. 2021, National Institute of Health and everywhere else. Oh, it's so funny. It is hilarious, isn't it? Are you laughing? The next two signs are from 2022. Oh, look what didn't change. Combinatorial synthesis libraries for what? DNA encoding solid phase synthesis? Yeah. What's that all about? Nanotheranostics with precision AI healthcare. Healthcare 4.0. Wow. Did it change? No. That's incredible, isn't it? Yeah. 2021, nano barcoding. Yeah. And all these toxic agents, including your cesium and everything else. Wow. How does it work? HOW. Are your perception management operations having butthurt moments? Cambridge, bitches. With markers, not crayons. How do they get from your house to your internet service provider, to all those big microwave dishes with the core network of the Pentagon. Digital network architecture and distributed access architecture. Whoops. Is that our emergency alert system out of a Tennessee manual for the Tennessee Cable Company, going from their comm controllers to houses for the power grid to the microgrid to the nanogrid, meaning the body area network? Yeah. What do we call it with NIST? Coexistence in the wireless. What you doing out there? Ho's mad. You're making music and drawing on signs with markers that we know you're taking to the YouTube. You want to talk about rules of engagement with network-centric warfare that are updated? They don't need to kick in your door or grab your gun. All they have to do is flip your nodes wherever they want to with a wireless body area network relay 2015 forward, and you'll be paralyzed because it's cognitive neurological, meaning claws. Cognitive lethal autonomous weapons systems. NATO, United States, everybody got them. And so they updated the rules of engagement in the Law of War Manual in 2015 and 2022. What you doing over there with Project Maven? Well, cognitive threat warfare technology got an upgrade with Project Maven. So now we have high accuracy detection exploitation, Hades, with electronic integrated disease surveillance and network-centric warfare in any way we want to, including BiFi, Biological Fidelity, Stanford, 2012. What's that? Body area networks again. Oh, that's word salad. You might want to look up applied signals technology with that high accuracy detection exploitation system back in 2022 with the same Sosa Mosa and the Raytheon and friends. Yeah. And you're going to find out about Osiris, the 5G Lockheed extension, and then 6G updates too, with the PAN, the ban, and everything else. It's a messy sign. I've been redoing it. So, why won't they listen to you? Because you lied. You didn't give them back their biology and tell them what's going on. You told them boogada boogada every 5 minutes. So, I said medical implant communication system, 1999. President Trump last year, Healthcare 4.0, CMS Medicare, Healthcare 4.0. You said graphene, and I said it ain't a vaccine if it requires graphene. Oops, graphene flagships making big money for our new Healthcare 4.0. Yeah. And how the LoRa that you told the preppers to get on because it's mesh networking, baby, with that biological fidelity buddy. Sound, pressure, visible light communication, not a problem. And let me turn the tunes up. Wow, that was hard. So what we're going to do is we're going to take away human biology, go to war some more, make a eugenics data set, and then we're going to come back around after the Vietnam testing, and here we are with our precision AI healthcare and our plan to save the world. Wow. How did that work out for everybody? Well, we're going to lie about anatomy. We're going to put it back on the NIH in 2015 now that we're fully deployed and do what we want. What does everybody else think? 5G is not real. So, when you see people citing sources, okay, and the people that are giving you sources give you sources like a douche canoe on the YouTube who claims there is no 5G, let alone anything else, okay? Then you have people like me that give you actual slides from the 2018 Internet of Space things with Professor Achildes, and then you can just look it up for yourself. You don't have to wonder, you don't have to take my word for nothing, and you shouldn't. You should look it up for yourself. You should read it for yourself. I leave links to everything so that you can do exactly that. You don't need me. You need you. You need you. Pentagon Directive 3009. Lethal Autonomous Weapon Systems. Working on it since 2012. Fully deployed January 2023. Interestingly, the Department of Defense Directive 3009 does not refer to positive outcomes as a design criterion. Department of Defense Directive 3009 defines the goal of autonomous systems as to avoid negative outcomes, unintended engagement, or experience a, quote, loss of control. Incorporating change on May 8th, 2017, fully deployed January 2023. So if I were you and I was listening to sources, reading from people, I would want to be sure that I could verify whatever they're writing, whatever they're saying for myself. And I want 3 different references, different. I don't just want a white paper, then another white paper. I want to see career conferences where they're actually deploying it. I want to see forward deployment if it's already deployed. I want to see the track of how they got there, their SEC grants in the Federal Register. Then I want to know where's the market share and where are the standards? Where they at in all the standards for forward deployment while it's being tested and deployed? Oh, yeah, and the reason for that is because this is information communication technology. There's no conspiracy here. This is an upgrade to body area networks they've already had since 1995. So if I was serious about drone warfare, that's what I would want to know. I would not want to know any more stories about all these people that claimed for 5 years, ever since the convid. Oh, yeah, we're going to tell somebody. Oh, okay. You people with all your life extension technology, you're going to come out and tell the plebes what you did to everybody with the biocyber interface to save the world. See, you've got the conspiracy circles all set up. They think that the white hats are going to take us back any day now to 1995 and that they're going to arrest the people who did all this work. And by that, they mean college students. They don't realize that, but that's what we're dealing with. College students, young people in their 30s, they're just going to work. See, their narrative is very different than what the Truther movement provided. The Truther movement lied to everybody by omission. They didn't disclose that the bans had already been there. They were doing their fake lawfare dance, just sit and wait. So while that was going on, they deployed. And they've been deploying anyways. So I couldn't figure out when I first came online how it is that nobody knew this. This industry is old. It's been around a long time. time, and yet everyone threw fits like toddlers and rerouted me all the time, and I got sick of it. So we did Jeopardy. In Family Feud, I quit working with people who were stuck on either tearing down towers, lawyers, because it was already deployed in Congress, and NatSec, National Security. So I said, we need to talk about this. And they said, no, we can only talk about the biodigital convergence. I said, that's not going to help. It's already legal. liability insulated due to national security in our healthcare. That's critical infrastructure. Whole different set of courts. Oh, but if we tell enough people, they'll, and I'm like, you don't get it. The stakeholders are running the show. So what are we doing here? People need help. They need help 5 years ago. What are we doing? The TIs have been out there 15 years. So Catherine Herod showed up last year, or the year before, 2024, 2025, and whoever that guy was, he died 2 days after the Department of War said we have directed energy weapon dominance with light speed lethality. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Sure do. Here, let me help you some more. Synergy Tech Metric PDF. It's real simple. It's free. Just look stuff up. There's no conspiracy, no pontification. Don't even think my name is still on the front, but it might be, so that you can find the other PDFs. Anyways, so this is what we're dealing in. That means our children in high school and college. Yeah, they're preparing for this. Meanwhile, the rest of you sent everyone into rabbit holes of one kind or another. Now, it's really funny to me because now the synergists are going to have a back in time moment. Because while I was gone, going through notes and trying to come up with a funny skit, because I'm trying to find different ways to help people we already know all this stuff. It may be new to you, whoever you are, but here on the channel, we've been doing tons of research, so it's not new to us. Oh no! My sketchbooks jumped. Oh, no they didn't. They're over here. Okay. So we're going to go back in time now, because what your influencers did that pissed off other people, I know they pissed off other people, I just don't understand, because I don't want to, their strata of operations at the moment. So anyways, remember this when I said it's N series math, yada yada? Okay. I have to do some updates because I learned some new things going to IAS Princeton and listening in on their webinars like normal. So anyways, long time ago, March 2023, I said, without the biofield, they're stalling you. How do I know for sure? I said, right here, they've been stalling you the entire time because if you don't understand the biological telemetry, the logins, the aim and fire, you cannot find mitigation or a solution because you're not dealing with the primary vector of central nervous system, cognitive warfare approach. And everybody said, but the Q. And I said, that is there to keep you busy, distracted, or sitting on your ass, waiting for military, lawfare, whatever. Not real. March 2023. Then I got yelled at and made fun of, because as you know, the Q-tards don't like it when you tell them you don't have magical lawfare and you do not have magical systems. I didn't like that. They wanted to believe in all of their fairy tales, so I made another one, a few, explaining what they're doing to the country. Sunday, March 12th, 2023, I said, this is a controlled downturn of the country. Sabrina, why do you feel this way in March of 2023? And I said, because of what they're doing in real estate and how they're shutting down the ability to fix your car and the Bitcoin and investing, they want everybody here for the biotokenized economy. Business. So if business, including ICT, information communication technology, is here, which is the biotokenized economy, these alleged truthers who left out the Federal Register in 2014 with medical body area networks, like, they're stalling you. Why? I don't know. Then it was, nobody knows. I said, horseshit, they know. Then they all started, whoa, I know about the W band. And they'd say some things and they go right back into whatever they're doing. And I said, this ain't good because you're going to have major sabotage on your farmland. Oh, where are we today? I said they're going to make you move with weather warfare into the C40.org agenda. Those are smart cities right now with their electronic corridors in the Department of Transportation, V2X, vehicle to everything. Where are we today? Hi. And the reason that I knew is not a crystal ball. It's because I told the truth about what was happening in Congress, and then I shared it with people on my channel. And for that, I have earned some of the most egregious and disgusting slander ever since I opened my mouth. They don't want anybody to know about their anatomy. They don't want anybody to know how, H-O-W, they have stolen human anatomy that they're already under the skin, 10 years of standards, 11 technically, 30 years of deployment. They don't want anybody to know that. So they said it was a bioweapon. They claimed everybody gonna die. Then it was the book of Revelation every other day. We're going to war every other day. The MCO every other day. And I said, yo! Okay, my parents had jobs. So did my whole family. Nobody ever talked like that or believed that stuff. And I wasn't on the internet like in the way that I am until 2022. I legitimately was here at home doing my thing. Okay? So I come online and here's all this storytelling. I've never seen it. These people believe in it like a religion. And I'm going, I think that's an operation because Looking Glass, that's a flying data center. The Strategic Airborne Post. So it moves, you know, like you guys talk about the Doomsday Plane. Yeah, that's a form of their Looking Glass. And they're looking through everything, with our trillion sensor network that is the Golden Dome with high-powered computing. National Labs, welcome to the Genesis AI executive order. And I'm like, you're going to tell them about the light radar, right? Photonic radar and that we generate biophotons? No. Okay, you're going to let them believe in radio frequency fairy tales from the 80s? Yeah, we're going to do that. Then we're going to lie to them some more and tell them that we're going to do something to the Fauci and all them for releasing the biocyber interface you guys had prepped with Microsoft in the 80s, that I have copies of the software from Microsoft from when I worked at Whitewater. You got to be kidding, right? Because you did this in the 80s with AZT and AIDS. And what you've done here with the biocyber interface is for 15 years in universities of human augmentation. That's living weapons with the Air Force Research Laboratory and the Department of War. That's how I knew that I wasn't a gate kid and I wasn't a god or, I don't know, whatever else with your artificial intelligence, because I have scars from hydrogel testing. So I'm like, yo, those are computers. Yeah, they talk to them with their mind. Yeah, that's brain to brain. Cognitive neurology for IBM. And South by Southwest talked about this. IBM Companions, OpenAI Azure system on a chip 3 years ago. YouTube, machine learning. Mendy headset. Everybody went, they don't have it. They've never tested it on humans. Well, if they didn't test it on humans, they've had 10 years of brain-computer interface. They're doing great. Big money. They're shoring up brain-computer interface USB, like neurodata law, internationally so that you can talk to your smart city, because they already are. Universities, 15 years of conferences, plus military's always ahead. Okay, well, then maybe you might want to listen to what I'm telling you. Maybe not. And if you don't, go get the TechMetric PDF, because that's what we deal in here on the channel. Humans are already augmented. They've been busy doing it. And I think their coming out party was last year with all the EOs. I don't know. But what I do know is that here on the channel, we played Jeopardy, which kicked off a ton of noise. And then we played the Family Feud, more noise. And it just started to kind of taper off. And here comes another round of noise, and then another round of noise. And I went and filmed my class for our fourth wall $5 people. Yeah, that's great, huh? And I said, y'all, all you gotta do is download the class with the PDF for it. You can adapt it any way you want to, locally, for whatever you need to do, because you already know, especially if you're on the channel, you know exactly what it is, how it works, so you can go teach your own class with people that you care about who want to know certain things, and tailor the classwork to what you want. Yeah, that's what I already did this last week. So to celebrate finishing some pretty cool stuff, we were going to talk about your post about lethal light dominance. And instead, we jammed out to finish part of our jam session we've been working on. And so now here's a new round of slander from the very same people that lied about biosensors. So I don't feel it's in any way, shape, or form appropriate to respond to fiction. If you want to discuss something with me, and this goes for all of you, okay? Because you don't seem to have figured out yet that the people that watch me are actual professionals, because they know all I did was read out loud. So that's who I talk to on and off for mitigation that is real, local, and personal. The people on the channel, they don't like drama. So they really don't enjoy when it comes up. So I've tried to just, no big deal. So everything that you guys have squawked about, I didn't even know about because I was busy making music and working on things I promised to my channel for 1.5 or 2 years now. And it's in the works. It's finished. They're just, editing pretty stuff. Please, folks, be very kind to Chris at 6x7. He's the one who's helping us with professional sound and audio, so it's easier. And to those of you that still don't understand, they don't watch you because you're not teaching them. You're selling them. Whatever it is, you're selling them. So fix that on your own. Keep my name out of your mouth. The information is free. So as long as you leave my name out of it, you can talk about any of it directly from .gov. That's all you need to do. And I wouldn't engage in drama with people who want to ad hominem only. If you want to argue about those personal things about me, I'm not going to respond. I've already responded numerous times. The channel will tell you, oh no, I hope she doesn't respond again, because I did it so many times thinking that it was real people. No, it's just you. Anybody who's a real person and they hear all that, they want to know, why are people talking about you like that? Well, you just saw it. So thanks for stopping by for the edumacation. Thank you for those who got dramified. Here's some links to the TechMetric PDF and what I talked about. I hope it helps you pull your ass out of the fire. You're going to need your biology. When we say heart fire up, we're talking about cognitive neurology. We're not talking about a religion. We don't have a cult. Nobody is emailing. We don't have an email list. You may not donate. Please do not email. The Telegram is locked. No. All you need is you and your own biology. As soon as you see what we talk about, you're going to be like, that makes so much sense. I knew that that was physical. Yeah. And I knew that everybody was being weird anytime you tried to talk about it. Yeah. They were covering for R&D since the Cold War, so they're not used to talking about it like anatomy, central nervous system, somatosensory, cognitive neurology. They always want to get into the weeds and sell you some magic potion, magic paperweight, magic amulet, something magical that will not block the signals they use. So that's where we're at, and they're in the transition with translational medicine, nanotheranostics, precision AI healthcare, and Medicare is using wearables, so to make your benefit decisions. And that's because they've been doing it since last year. They want everybody on wearables. RFK wasn't kidding about slap that wearable on, and no, it won't be optional because they don't need the wearable. So if I were you and I didn't know any of that, I'm like, what? That's why these people slander me the way they do. They want you fixated on drama so they can keep you away from your own biology and real, actual physical mitigation. Okay? You can't rely on their systems to block their systems. They don't. The main metric they pull for their aim and fire are biological signals. Biosignals come from human bodies first. Piloerection, voluntary. Welcome to cognitive neurology. Welcome to your own stem cells. And I just saw another report that they didn't want people to know that the immune system was more powerful than their shot. Yeah, but it's a little more intense than that when you get into how many people are loaded with that biocyber interface due to molecular communication. So all you got to do, the truth is not hard. It's ugly. The human aura is called the human biofield on the NIH, National Institute of Health, Senate for 11 years, 2015. That is the cognitive neurology anatomy for EEG and electrocardiogram, your heart cells and your neurons. I don't need to believe in my computer chair. I'm sitting on it. I don't need to believe, ooh, I have a heartbeat. Wow, I have bioelectricity. Okay. And I have neurons body-wide. Wow, I don't need a religion for that. That's right. Welcome to what you used to call the aura. It's your human biofield. But you got to let it go. They had it in R&D since the 60s with Dr. Becker's work, the body electric. Okay? It's really no more difficult than that. It's a new warfare doctrine. They're under the skin, yes. And to them, they built this to save the world, controlling the weather and aggregating the herd into their smart cities by their own genetics. It's omics, O-M-I-C-S, a eugenics data set. That's what they're doing. So, if you've been stuck in the truther world, if you're scared to death, you shouldn't be. Heart Fire Up is about voluntary piloerection, which you can type in as part of cognitive neurology. It's still considered rare, and that is you taking control of your own neurons. No magic sticks, no magic robes, no magic books. And for those of you that are of the Abrahamic faiths, God made the body perfectly. Moderna is not more powerful than God. So why did they tell you it was a demon field? Because they don't want you to know about that biology. That's theirs. They play with it for 70 years already. And as long as you believe in anything else, aliens, AI, whatever, then they're under your skin with your neurons, not you. That's the whole intention. They control every synapse, every neuron, and the reason that they never get full control, for the people who believe this has been done before, is because some of us are DNA uppity. Gene jumping, alu receptors, neurochemical issues, epigenetics. Dr. Persinger's work with those of us who can control our central nervous system, parasympathetic, sympathetic. Voluntary piloerection, neurological journals. Have fun. So that's why they don't want you to see my work, because all I did was read out loud what they've really been doing with that human anatomy, that they have no intention of returning to humans. None. They just need to tell you more ghost stories and make more violence, and then everybody will just take their AI surveillance like a cup of soup, because you can only get a job if you're augmented. You can only travel if you're augmented. She's crazy. She's a witch. She's a bitch. Blah, blah, blah. Ad hominem, ad hominem. Yeah, but what is she saying? Warfare doctrine, healthcare doctrine, deployed today. So, choose your battles, right? Decide how you want to spend your time, because I know how I'm going to be spending mine. I've already made tons of videos repeating everything I just said. So I'm very focused right now on actual biofield coherence and concurrence. You would know it as heart coherence. Okay, that's what center and focus is built off of. You do not need to pay me money. You don't. That's why I hide the donation site. All you need to do is get the TechMetric PDF, find a synergist, find somebody who's teaching. There's a bunch of them. Find like-minded people you can ask questions to. Have a research chat group for 2 weeks and be done with it. You don't need to be there for hours and hours. It's not necessary. It's very simple. It's your body, your environment, your metabolism, and your force of will. Do you really want to survive? Then if I were in your shoes, I'd want to know the real aim and fire. No bullshit, no stalling. Just tell me how. The Golden Dome protects me. And tell me how. My 2018 Healthcare 4.0 be finding me, even in the middle of all these other people.
And sure enough, there's one in this town who thinks she's got my man. But listen, girl, this is from the real side.
See y'all later. Fresh karaoke coming up on the fourth wall.